Picture this. It's 1896 in Windhoek, a dusty colonial outpost in what was then German Southwest Africa. A small group of German administrators gathers in a dimly lit room, their faces flickering with anticipation. They are about to witness something extraordinary. The first moving pictures ever shown in this vast African territory. The films they watch aren't telling African stories though. Instead, they show scenes of European life, colonial achievements, and an Africa that exists only in Western imagination. But that's just the beginning of our story. Today, we're exploring how cinema in Namibia evolved from these colonial beginnings into something more remarkable. A vibrant, independent voice for a nation's dreams, struggles, and triumphs. This is a story of transformation from a time when cameras served as tools of oppression to today's reality where indigenous filmmakers craft powerful narratives of identity and hope. Let's travel back to those early years when cinema first arrived in Namibia. The German colonial administration saw film as a powerful tool for propaganda. In 1909, they produced Dutch Colonial in Fort and Beeld, one of the earliest films shot in Namibian territory. Its purpose wasn't to tell Namibian stories, but to show German audiences back home the supposed success of their colonial project. The 1920s saw the establishment of the first permanent cinema venues, but these were strictly segregated spaces. While white settlers enjoyed the latest Hollywood and European films in comfortable theaters, indigenous Namibians were largely excluded from this new cultural phenomenon. It wasn't until the 1950s that most Namibians had any access to cinema, and even then, it came through mobile film units showing carefully selected propaganda content. During the South African administration, which began in 1915, cinema remained a tool of apartheid. The films shown reinforced racial hierarchies and colonial authority. But even in these dark times, something interesting was happening. An American anthropologist called John Marshall arrived in the 1960s and created The Hunters in 1969, documenting the lives of the Juhwansi San people. While still an outsider's perspective, it was one of the first times indigenous Namibian life had been captured on film with any attempt at authenticity. Then came 1990, and everything changed. With independence, Namibia could finally begin telling its own stories. Enter Bridget Pickering, a pioneering filmmaker whose 1991 film, The White Paper, marked a revolutionary moment. Here was a Namibian telling Namibian stories through a Namibian lens. The film tackled the complex realities of a newly independent nation, grappling with its identity and future. The 1990s became a decade of firsts. Uibasen, made in 1994, emerged as the first major post-independence production, followed by Where Others Wavered, a powerful drama about the independence struggle. These films weren't just entertainment. They were part of the nation-building process, helping Namibians see themselves on screen for the first time. The turn of the millennia brought crucial developments. The Namibia Film Commission was established in 2000, providing vital support for local filmmakers. Digital technology began making filmmaking more accessible, though challenges still remained. Small production companies emerged, often operating on shoestring budgets, but driven by passion and determination. In 2009, Katutura by Christian Shocho revealed the complexities of township life in Windhoek, marking a shift toward more social conscious storytelling. These films weren't afraid to tackle difficult subjects, from poverty to social inequality, while celebrating the resilience of Namibian communities. The 2010s saw Namibian cinema truly come into its own. Filmmakers like Harold Thim and Richard Paklepa pioneered new approaches to documentary storytelling. The launch of the Windhoek Film Festival created a platform for local talents to showcase their work and connect with international audiences. The digital revolution transformed everything. Suddenly, filmmakers could shoot on affordable cameras and even smartphones. This democratization of technology led to an explosion of creativity. Young directors like Julia Nganwa emerged, telling powerful stories about women's experiences and social change. Her 2020 film, The Girl from Namibia, tackled gender-based violence with unflinching honesty, earning acclaim at African film festivals. Today's Namibian cinema landscape is more vibrant than ever, though challenges still persist. Distribution remains difficult. There are few theaters outside major urban areas, but streaming platforms like Netflix Africa and Showmax are creating new opportunities. The Windhoek Film Festival has become a major cultural event, attracting filmmakers from across Africa and beyond. Charles Ndaherero's Namsong, The Story of a New Generation, which was made in 2021, represents the new wave of Namibian cinema. Confident, culturally rooted, and globally minded. These films increasingly incorporate indigenous languages like Oshiwambo and Nama, though English remains common for wider accessibility. Looking ahead, Namibian cinema stands at an exciting crossroads. A new generation of filmmakers is emerging. Armed with digital tools and determined to tell authentic stories, international co-productions are increasing, bringing additional resources and expertise. The Namibian Film Commission continues supporting local talent through grants and training programs. The challenges are real: limited infrastructure, funding constraints, and the need for more technical training. But the spirit of innovation that transformed Namibian cinema from a colonial tool into a voice for indigenous expression remains strong. Each new film adds another chapter to this remarkable story of cultural renaissance. From those first flickering images shown to German colonialists in 1896 to today's digital stories reaching global audiences, Namibian cinema has come an extraordinary distance. It's a journey that mirrors the nation's own path from colonialism to independence, from silence to powerful expression. As new talented voices emerge and technology continues evolving, one thing is clear: Namibian cinema's future will be shaped by those who once were only its subjects. Their stories, their perspectives, and their dreams will continue transforming this dynamic art form, contributing to the rich tapestry of African cinema. This has been your host and I for the African Cinema Podcast, and join us again next time as we explore another fascinating chapter in Africa's cinematic journey. Ciao.